Number 6 Ole Miss walked into New Orleans, stared down a dynasty, and walked out with Georgia's ticket to the college football playoff. This wasn't just a win. This was a statement that the Rebels have arrived on the biggest stage in college football. Georgia came in with every streak you could dream up, 53 straight wins when leading at the half, 75 in a row when leading after 3 quarters, and Ole Miss snapped every last one of them. Down 21-12 at halftime, down 24-19 after 3, the Rebels did not panic, they responded. And when the clock hit 0 on a 39-34 thriller, it was Ole Miss, not Georgia, punching its ticket to the Fiesta Bowl in a national semifinal. Trinidad Chambers played quarterback like a grown man on a mission. Over 300 yards, he gave you 362 with 2 touchdowns and not a single interception against that Georgia defense. Drive after drive, third down after third down, he stood in that pocket and made big-time throws. In the second half, he got scorching hot, stacking completion after completion, controlling the entire tempo of the game, and looking every bit like a superstar on a CFP stage. And then you've got Lucas Canero, the coolest customer in the Superdome. He opens the night drilling a 55-yarder, then steps back and hits from 56 like his routine. Those are record-breaking kicks in one of the sport's most historic bowls. But with 6 seconds left, season, legacy, and a playoff berth on the line, he lines up from 47 and absolutely buries the game winner. That's not just a kicker, that's a closer. Harrison Wallace III played like a true number 1 wideout. 9 catches, 156 yards, and a clutch touchdown, with huge grabs in the fourth quarter that flipped field position and ripped the momentum away from Georgia. Every time Chambers needed a play, Wallace was there. On the other side, Dejon Striblin was a nightmare in his own right, topping 100 yards and delivering that massive 40-yard strike on 3rd and 5 in the final minute to set up Canero's kick. Those are championship-level plays. Kewan Lacey, that man just kept rewriting history. Nearly 100 yards on the ground, 2 more touchdowns, and pushing his single-season rushing TD mark into rare SEC air. He scored in the 3rd, scored again in the 4th, and even converted the 2-point play that gave Ole Miss its first lead of the night. When the Rebels needed toughness and finished near the goal line, Lacey delivered. Defensively, Ole Miss didn't shut Georgia out, but when it was winning time, they made winning plays. Xavier Harris set the tone in the middle with a career-high tackle total, clogging lanes and making Stockton in that backfield work for everything. Will Eccles was a problem all night, living at the line of scrimmage, blowing up plays and earning Defensive Player of the Game honors with his disruption. And then there's the play that will live in Ole Miss lore. Sun-Taryn Perkins on 4th down. Georgia's season hanging by a thread. They roll the dice, and Perkins detonates the whole thing with a strip sack on Stockton, then falls on the ball himself. 2 snaps later, Chambers hits Wallace in the end zone, and Ole Miss suddenly leads a Georgia program that simply does not get finished like that. Zoom out, and this is bigger than one night. This is the first 13-win season in Ole Miss history, layered on top of the first 11-win regular season and 12-win campaign the program has ever seen. This is Sugar Bowl win number 7, putting the Rebels behind only Alabama in one of college football's crown jewel games. And now, for the first time, Ole Miss is heading to the Fiesta Bowl as a true playoff power with a shot at playing for it all. On a night full of streaks, pressure, and pedigree, Georgia brought its brand, but Ole Miss brought belief, stars, and a kicker with ice in his veins. And the scoreboard in the Superdome will say it forever. Ole Miss 39, Georgia 34, and the road to a national championship now runs straight through Phoenix.